Good morning. Welcome to Slow and Strengthening. We're going to start this morning's practice, and if you need, make sure that you have a block and a blanket. And we'll start seated with 3 rounds of Kapalabhati breath so that we can do that cleansing pranayama to help strengthen, to help cleanse, to help purify our lungs. So in a comfortable seated position, we're going to find 3 rounds of 22 this morning. We've been at this a bit, so seated nice and tall in a comfortable seat. We can place our right hand on our abdomen just so that we have the ability to feel that sharp snap of the diaphragm. So this is that forced exhale and passive inhale. So we'll begin and I'll count for us all 3 times. 3 rounds of 22. So let's begin that. Take a full inhale in. Complete exhale out. Inhale part way. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale part way, round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale part way. Last round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Inhale completely. And exhale, relax. So finding your way back to your back this morning and just lying down, stretching out in Shavasana. And we'll begin with checking out as much as we can from the week coming up, from the day coming up, and just connect with your breath. Taking those long, deep breaths in and out of the body. And we'll work on that Dirga pranayama. So that filling up lower, middle, upper. Exhaling lower, middle, upper. And we do this to distribute the prana evenly throughout the body. So long, deep inhales and exhales, just allowing your body to rest here. Check in, see how your body feels from head to toe. Noting any tension in the body, breathe it away, exhaling, surrendering, finding softness. Losing any tension that you might be holding today before we begin. And we'll take 3 cleansing breaths from here. Deep inhale in through the nose, as much as you possibly can take in. And an open mouth exhale all the way out. 2 more. Inhale deeply in. Open mouth, exhale all the way out of the body. Last one. And exhale. So we'll begin this morning our practice of bringing the knees on the next exhale into the body and allowing yourself the time to work any kinks out. So just draw the knees up and in. Maybe find a few rocks from side to side. Maybe draw the knees into the armpit areas and find that snug squeeze to the body. Let's gently slip into happy baby here. Again, really allowing the back side of the body to rest. So either finding the backs of the thighs, the backs of the calves, the tops of the feet, whatever is calling out to you, whatever works best for you without taxing the shoulders. So we just simply allow the body to melt here. This opens up the hips, stretches the calves a little bit and the hamstrings with that placement if we find our hands around the bottoms of the feet. Softens the spine. Is everything ready for some movement? And then let's point the toes up to the sky, flex and extend the ankles. Just find a little movement here with the feet. Maybe a circle or two. And then we're going to bend our knees. Scooch just a little bit over here. So we're going to bend our knees. We can take our arms out in cactus arms. Or reach out to a T, but we're going to engage the core slightly. Find that strength. Pelvic floor in, navel to spine, hip point to hip point. Take that core, engage it slightly. Exhale the knees all the way over to the right side. Almost to the earth. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. We want to remember to keep those hips square and on the ground as much as possible. We're going to let our core do the work, not the low back. To the right, back to center. If it's more comfortable for you to place your palms down on either side of the hips for a little more stability, please do so. We can take it to the left if that works, and back to center. But we don't want to use our hands we don't want to use our hands for the work here. We want to be able to use our core, just taking it back and forth, slow and easy. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Back to center. Exhale right. Find 2 more times here if you've got it. Nice and slow and easy. And then once we come back to that center, extend the legs long, point the toes to the sky. Again, decide where you'd like your arms. Core engaged, slowly lower. Both legs all the way down to the earth. Hover when we get just above the earth. Exhale, knees come back into the chest. Inhale, toes to the sky. Exhale, slow, lower all the way down. Inhale deeply here while you hold the legs in place. Exhale, knees back to the chest. Inhale, toes to the sky. Exhale slowly all the way down, taking all the time, nice and slow and easy. If this is a problem for the low back, feel free again to bring the hands under the glutes. Always an option. Take that inhale, exhale, slowly bring the knees back to the chest. Inhale, toes to the sky, stretch. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale and pause. Exhale, knees to the chest. Let's find two more. Inhale, toes to the sky. Exhale, slow and steady, all the way down. Warming up the core here. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the chest. Inhale, toes to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Nice, knees to the chest, squeeze. Maybe bring the forehead up to meet the knees. Inhale, cat stretch. And just let your body rest here for a moment. We can find that 5-pointed star. Take the toes out wide, the arms out wide. Take 3 deep breaths. Very slowly walk the feet back into that center spot. And from the center of your mat, we're going to do those yogi sit-ups. So totally up to you. Very many options here. We can just bring the knees up, arms overhead. Inhale, just come up on that exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, that crunch. We can extend the legs long, inhale and lengthen. Exhale, come all the way up to a sit-up position and fold right over the legs. Inhale, slow and easy all the way down. Exhale, coming all the way up. Whatever sit-up works for you or crunch works for you. If you're doing this one where we're seated and reaching back, take time. Control it all the way down. Slow and steady. Inhale. Exhale. Let's find 3 more of these. Slow and easy. If we rush through these things, they don't work. So we want to take our time. Last one. Come all the way up. Nice. And then let's find ourselves up in a comfortable seat. And whatever that is for you, find your way to that comfortable seat. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to find what are called jatis. So These are just a few warm-ups again in the hips before we move any further, just to get into those hip joints. So extend the legs out long in front of you. And we're simply going to separate the legs so that they are hip distance apart. Hands behind the hips, and just find some rocking back and forth of the legs. Just a few more. If we do these about 20 to 30 seconds, it always helps to loosen up those hip joints. When we start working on strengthening the legs and some movement there, it's nice to wake the energy up in the legs and also synovial fluid creation. So this one is just the simple knees up and down. So maybe it's easier for you to see this way, but it's taking the knees up and down. Just gently tapping the legs. And stopping there. So let's come around to a seat and find Virabhadrasana. Again, we'll get into the hips a little bit here. So soles of the feet together. Bring them in. If you need to remove some of the flesh out from under the sits bones so that we can sit forward and tilt our pelvis forward slightly. Again, lengthen out of the hips and just flutter the thighs, the knees. If this is a problem at all for the knees, we can do one at a time. We cannot do one. It's okay. It's whatever works for your body. We can just sit and hold this position and lean forward. So take a few breaths here, whatever works best for your body. Another nice lubricator for the hips. The hip joints loosens everything up so that we can work on strengthening the quads, the calves today. Elaine, I've completely lost you. And then slowly we'll come up, and we can keep the hips in this seated position, Virabhadrasana, or we can cross the legs in Sukhasana, whatever works for you. I'm gonna stay with Virabhadrasana for right now. We're gonna take our right arm, we're gonna inhale and reach long overhead. Just take that stretch with the right arm straight up to the sky, and nice stretch it out, and then take it down and wrap, not wrap, but reach it across the body and take our left arm and find that shoulder stretch. We're going to stretch the right shoulder. So we've got Garudasana in our practice today, and I want to make sure we stretch our shoulders out. So take 3 deep breaths here. Stretching that right shoulder. And then release. Left arm, inhale, stretch it overhead, really reach long. And then bring that across the chest and find that stretch in the left arm and left shoulder. We jump into a practice without stretching and warming things out, kind of shocks the system. So we need to take our time and work out the kinks in the body and then release it. So we're going to slowly from here, we're going to come over into our tabletop, Varmanasana. And from our tabletop position, just find Marjariyasana to warm up the back a little bit. So we'll take a nice inhale. Exhale, tailbone all the way up through to the crown of the head. Just find that cat. Really open up the spine. We're opening up all the vertebrae on the backside, unkinking and unpinching the nerves. Inhale, release the body. And slowly lift the head up. Exhale. Tailbone to crown of head. Inhale and release. One more. And release. Inhaling. Come back to that neutral spine. We're going to find a barrel roll. So it's literally dropping the body, taking it to the side, left side, up, press, and around. So it's a lateral movement of the spine, lateral flexion of the spine, just working out the kinks. Again, allowing the body to start to move with some ease. Let's take it back in the opposite direction. Nice, back to that center point. We're gonna press our hips back into downward facing dog. And walk it out this morning. Take time here, maybe to bend each knee, press that heel, wake up the hamstrings. Be sure our fingers are open nice and wide. Press the hips back behind us. Externally rotate the upper arms to create space for the cervical spine. Take 3 deep breaths. Our resting space. Let's slowly walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, come all the way up. I like to find that gentle back bend if we've got it. Just stretching. And then exhale, hands to heart. We're going to move into a deep lunge here. So coming from the front of your mat, we'll step back with that right leg. And pause with this for a minute. Just allow the body to rest here. We can plant our hands on top of the left thigh. That heel should be pressed away nice and strong behind us. Strong leg. Make sure that we have the knee, left knee right over top of that left ankle. If not, take a bigger stance. Take a full breath here. Nice deep inhale to the body. Exhale, hands come down on either side. Step back into your plank. Take 3 long breaths in your plank. Press back into downward facing dog. Step the right leg up. Find that lunge. Find that stability. Inhale, come up. So we're in that deep lunge, left leg's behind us. Take a few deep breaths here. Pressing that left heel behind, shoulder blades down the back. Deep, deep breaths. Really stretching into the groin. If you can, sink down even deeper. Allow the body to sink in. Stretch the groin. Nice. One more big breath. Exhale, hands come down on either side. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, peek up halfway. Exhale, release the body. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Take that little back bend. Exhale, hands to our hearts. So from here, we're going to work into a little bit of movement and flow with it, but we'll do it slowly. So we're going to inhale, arms come up nice and tall, stretch, little back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. Little back bend, exhale all the way to the earth. Step back with the right foot. We can drop the right knee to the earth, untuck the toes. Inhale, come up. Arms lift. Exhale, hands down on either side of that left foot. Send that left foot back into plank. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, bring it through. Stay in that lunge this time. Inhale, rise up. Arms come up, nice big gaze, pause here. Exhale, hands down on either side of that left foot. Step back. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, up dog this time. Let those hips relax. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 full breaths here. Inhale up on the toes, come all the way up to the front of the mat. Exhale. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Little back bend, exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to repeat that on the left side. Inhale, nice deep reach. Little back bend. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, rise again. Arms come up. Nice deep back bend, a little deeper. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, peek up halfway, lengthen out of the hips. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back with the left foot. Drop the left knee. Inhale, rise. Take 3 or 10. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, hands come down to the earth. Tuck the toes on the left, send the right foot back, find your plank. Take a full inhale in your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg, bring it up and through. Inhale into your lunge. Arms come all the way up. Nice big reach. Take a full breath. Exhale, hands down on either side of that foot. Step back. Lower all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full 3 breaths. Inhale, come all the way up to the front of the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise all the way up. Always taking that little back bend, trusting. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice. So to strengthen the legs, before we move into some balance poses, we're going to come stay at the front of our mat. We'll take the right leg, step back into that lunge. Maybe I'll do it this way because you can see a little easier. Yeah, this will be all right. Step back into that lunge. Our arms, if you're comfortable, are going to come out here. We're going to take that nice deep inhale here. Exhale, bend that right knee. Almost touch the earth. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, bend that right knee. Straighten it out on the inhale. 3 more, you guys got this. 3, 4, slow and steady. 5, nice. Hands come down. On either side of the left foot, step back. Exhale slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, your choice. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, take it back. 3 breaths. Left leg comes up, step through. Inhale, rise up. 1 more set of these. Exhale, arms come down. Nice deep stretch. Inhale, up. Exhale. Right knee almost touches. And up. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Exhale, hands down on either side of the left foot, step up. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, peek up. Exhale, release. Insert the hands, palms under the feet. Parahastasana. Take a few breaths. Slow release. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So we're going to take that and do the opposite. So left leg this time. I'm going to switch sides. So we'll step back with the left leg. Step into that lunge. Find yourself steady. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we come down, bend that left knee. And up. Up. 3 more. 2 more. Hands on either side of that right foot. Work through your chaturanga, your vinyasa. All the way to the ground. Up dog or cobra, your choice. Exhale. Down dog, take 3 breaths. Right leg this time, extend it long, step it through. Slowly rise up into that lunge. Inhale, arms come up. Bend that left knee, exhale. Inhale, straighten it out, exhale. 3 more. 2. Last one. Exhale, hands down on either side. Left foot up to meet the right. Exhale, release. Find Parahastasana. Tuck the hands under the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause in mountain pose. Take your time here. Take a few deep breaths. Rest the body. Check back in. We've created a little heat. Feel the sweat, the toxins releasing from the body. One more big breath in and out. So we're going to work on 2 balance poses today, and the first being Garudasana, and we will take our time here with this one. We always begin with mountain pose, just to find our ground, and just take that time to find all 3 corners of the feet, lift the toes, spread them wide and plant them one at a time on the mat. Contract the calves, soften the knees. Gently lengthen the spine by tucking the tailbone, draw the belly in. We know that there's not much moving us from this place. So take a big inhale and exhale here. Shoulders down the back. So eagle pose. It's a nice way to open up the shoulders, open up the hips, check in and find your balance. We're gonna slowly inhale our arms up all the way. Take that nice big reach. Right arm's gonna come underneath the left. And I'm gonna turn sideways because we have some options. We don't want our elbows down at our chest. We wanna lift them so they're parallel to the floor. If we can't quite get the palms together here, we can always take the thumb. I like this because it really gives me some stability. I don't know why, but the left thumb, wrap my fingers and my right hand around it. Lift those elbows, forearms away from the face. You get that nice stretch across the shoulder blades. We're gonna pause here. Take a few breaths. Let the body settle. Then, if you'd like, we can bring that right leg across the top of the left. See how it feels. Maybe with a long spine, start to work our way down into that comfortable seat. Slow and easy. Deep breaths. You can take the bind and tuck the toes behind that calf, great. Maybe our toes sit on the earth. All kinds of options. 3 more deep, deep breaths wherever you've landed. Remember, lift those elbows, forearms away from the face, nice. Inhale, open the body up, come out, step wide. So we've taken our step wide. Exhale, come all the way down. Forward fold. Let the back rest. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step the feet back together. Let's find the opposite side. So take a moment, find mountain pose. Just slow and steady breath. We start to move and our breath becomes erratic. Our asana becomes erratic. So finding that smooth, steady breath. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, left arm under right this time. So adjust as you need. Elbows up, forearms away from the face. Find what works for you here. Strong right leg. We've done some work today to strengthen that right leg. When you're ready, You can either cross now and then sit down, or you can sit down and cross the legs. You can also use a wall whenever a wall is available. Whatever you've chosen, breathe. Pause with it. If you fall out of it, come back at it. Take time. We always know one side gives us a little more strength than the other, and it can change day to day. We want those quads to stay tight, pressed into one another, nice long spine. Nice. One more big breath. Inhale, come out and open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Heel toe the feet in. If you prefer to jump, you can. And let's find, I was going to jump to Ardha Chandrasana, but maybe we'll play with Ardha Chandrasana next week. And we'll do some more opening next week. I think we'll go into Virabhadrasana III. So we'll find Warrior III today. Block if you need. Doesn't matter. So Warrior III, I'm going to stand sideways on the mat. We're going to find Tadasana at the front of our mat. And take all the time to really root down with that left side of the body. So all the way into the ground. We find the pelvic floor in, navel to spine. We can take our hands to our heart. And at first, maybe just come up, bend the right knee and touch the toes beside that left leg. Slowly, core engaged, starting to bend forward. Taking all the time you need. Remember, keep the hips square. Extend the right leg long. Options, we can take our arms out in front of us. We can take them out to the side. When you feel that little wobble, press in as hard as you can with that left leg. Draw your core in. Nice. That's beautiful. One more big, deep, even inhale and exhale. Root in. Give it 2 more breaths. You've got this. This is so strengthening for our bodies. It's getting harder for me to talk and do it at the same time. Slowly rise up. Hands to your heart. Take those 3 deep inhales and exhales. Right leg. Find your roots. Plant them into the earth. Hands at your heart. Take that first breath or 2. Slowly bring that left leg up. And slowly bend forward. Taking all the time you need. If you wobble a little bit, it's okay. Come right back at it. I still have some work to do with my right knee. I don't trust it yet. Three deep breaths wherever you are. Arms out if you like, in front of you if you like. Long, strong breaths, whatever you've chosen to do. When you're ready, totally when you're ready. And if you think you can't, hang out one more breath. Nice, beautiful, Eileen. Come all the way up, yay! So I'll show you another little tool to work on for Virabhadrasana 3. It's really nice. It's kind of I like to do it after as opposed to before because it reminds me to check back in with those places. You can grab a block and bring a block up to the front of your mat. We've talked about the transverse abdominal muscle here that runs from here, hip point to hip point in that area. To get us to use that instead of our low back to find that balanced posture, it's really nice to tuck in with it. So it keeps our hips square. So we'll inhale, our arms are going to come up nice and long overhead. Exhale, core engaged, coming down. Find that block. Place it right below the shoulders. Left leg rooted into the earth again. Bend that right knee. Extend that right leg right out behind you. So we know the minute that right hip pops up, we've got to draw it back down. Use that transverse abdominal muscle to bring it down, keeping those hips square. 3 deep breaths. Slow release. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a full inhale and exhale. So we'll focus on strengthening that right leg this time, checking in with the pelvic floor, the core, that transverse abdominal muscle. Inhale, arms come up, extend, lengthen. Exhale, come down. Find that block. Root in. All those techniques we talk about, Tadasana. Right leg. Extend the left leg out long behind you. Hips square. If the block is a little too wobbly for you, feel free, if your arms can reach the ground, same thing. Draw the pelvic floor in, navel to spine. Nice deep breaths. And release. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So let's pause and try Virabhadrasana 3 one more time before we come down to the mat. So we'll start with that left leg, nice and strong. Right leg, just bring your toes up, see when you're ready. Press in. When you press in, you can kind of see I lengthen a little bit. We really find length, we really find that core. Start to bring your body down. Extend that right leg. Square hips. Check in and see how it feels. Arms wherever you'd like them to be. Beautiful. 3 deep breaths. Nice. Rise when you're ready and have had enough. Beautiful. Yay, let's shake it off. Let's find that other leg. So, right leg strong into the earth. We find our core. Find that, all those points that make up our core. Slowly coming down. Whenever you're ready. Try not to grip with the toes. Maybe use Ujjayi breath, that victorious breath. Nice. Rise when your body is ready. Nice. Yay! Balance work is good for you. It teaches you so much and works in so many places, not only on the mat. It gives you that strength, that power that we sometimes forget that exists. So we're going to come down on the mat and have a seat on the mat. And I'll show you, we're going to move into Matsyasana, and then Apanasana, JP twist after that, and then Shavasana. So if you're not familiar with Matsyasana, I'd like to show you how we do that. It's fish pose, toes can point out. Again, we're going to bring the palms underneath the hips, come up on those elbows, and slowly bring the head back. So when you're ready, gently place the palms under, one at a time, under the glutes. Walk the elbows in. Start to lift the chest. This opens up the throat. The Shuddha chakra opens up. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths. A lot of compression happens in this area. It's great for the thyroid, the parathyroid. Beautiful deep breaths. If this is uncomfortable for you in any way at all, you can find shoulder stand, legs up the wall. It's a beautiful counter pose for shoulder stand. 2 more deep, deep breaths. Toes pointed, nice. 1 more big breath, and then slowly lower. Let's find our twist today. So we're gonna first draw the knees into the chest in Apanasana. Maybe bring the forehead up to meet the knees, if that's available. Release it down, extend the legs long, or not long, knees bent. We're gonna take the legs and slowly core engaged, just drop them over to the right, and this time just leave them there. Left arm extends out long. Right hand can be right on top of that left knee. We can take our head and look over our left shoulder. Whatever is easiest for you here to breathe. So when we do a lot of slow and strengthening work and core work, we really fuel up the belly, fire it up, burn off some things. This is a nice way and a twist to wring all of that out. Deep, even breaths. Let's slowly bring the head back to center. Scoop the knees up with your hands, bring them back to center so you avoid twisting or torquing the low back. And when you're ready, slowly dropping the knees over to the left side this time. Extend the arms out, left hand on the right knee. Maybe look over the right shoulder this time. Deep, deep breaths. Head slowly back to center. Scoop up the knees. Take that big cat, stretch arms overhead, stretch your body out nice and long. And find your Shavasana, wherever that is for you. Take the feet wide. Take the arms long and down at your sides. Deep, even breaths. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths as we melt into Shavasana this morning. Big inhale into the body. Open mouth, exhale out. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, exhale out, letting it all go. Last one, inhale in. Open mouth, exhale. Let your body soften here. Feel the benefits of the work, the energy in the body. I'm going to let you lie here for a full 3 or 4 more minutes. And just letting all thoughts pass. Just allowing your eyes to be closed and focus on your breath and Chitakasa, that dark space behind the eyelids. Not attaching to any thoughts or plans. Just allowing your inner gaze and your inner observer to notice your body and how it feels and how the energy feels within your body right now. Softening the eyes, softening the jawline, softening the shoulders, the chest, relaxing the arms, relaxing the hips, the low back, the quads, calves, the feet, let your breath become natural and soft. Feel the belly rise and fall. Starting to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers, the toes. Take a cat stretch if you need. Working your way slowly to your right or left side. And pausing here, curled up in the fetal position. I have a short reading to do before you rise this morning. From Mark Nepo, the Book of Awakening. We tend to cling, envy the tree, how it reaches but never holds. Things that matter come and go, but being touched and feeling life move on. We tend to cling and hold on, not wanting anything to change. Of course, this fails and things do change. And often we are stubborn enough to go after what we think is leading, trying to manipulate or control the flow of life. Of course, this fails too. We can't stop life from flowing, so we are left with feeling what was and what is, and we call the difference loss. But all the clinging and holding only makes it worse. Now new things come, and some of us anticipate the loss and just let things of life go by without feeling them at all. When clear enough and open enough, we let things in, we let things touch. We try not to poke and pull as they maneuver and shift through our life. It doesn't eliminate loss, but when trusting enough to let this happen, we are tuned like a harp held up to the wind. I envy the tree, how it reaches but never holds. Allowing us to just allow life to shift and move as it's meant to through its course. Rise up slowly, taking your time. Find that comfortable seat. Hands in at our heart. Bow your head. Take a moment, find a smile. Begin your new day. Learning to be aware of the things moving through our life without clinging, without trying to poke holes in it, without grasping. Just allowing things to pass. Thank you so much. In love, light, and awareness, I honor this time we have to practice together. Namaste.